Hi, I'm John Teal, and we're the Johns.
Today we will teach you about Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia is important to history as it was the first civilization, and it provided us with the first symbol code and model for written languages to come.
Now let's see what this place is all about.
Mesopotamia, even with all the destructive factors such as massive floods, sandstorms, and famine, was able to thrive on the land known as the Fertile Crescent.
Also known as modern-day Iraq.
Thanks, John Red. It is known as the Fertile Crescent because it's found between the Tigris and Euphrates River, which provided a fertile land for farming.
The fertile soil is the reason why the Mesopotamians thrived.
Let's talk about the Epic of Gilgamesh. Who wants to take this one?
I got it. The Epic of Gilgamesh was one of the world's first literary works. It is an epic poem about a king who ruled over Mesopotamia. He was worshipped king after his death.
The people also worshipped hundreds of other gods besides their king. All of the Mesopotamian people had polytheistic religions. They built many worship temples known as
Mosques.
No.
Churches.
No. They're called ziggurats, man.
Yeah, ziggurats. Anyways, religions, ceremonies, and regular prayers were part of everyday life.
Mesopotamian religion included many gods. There are hundreds of different ones, each being represented by an everyday object. The priests led the different worship ceremonies for each god. The people believed that the priests had direct contact with the gods. This is why they were sometimes considered to have more power than the kings.
Let's take a look at this map. It shows us where some of these first civilizations were located. In the bottom right of the map, you can see the very first civilization, named Sumer. Next to Sumer is the region of Babylon. The Akkadians rose to power after the Sumerians. They're located in the middle of the Fertile Crescent. The Assyrians were the last major civilization of this time period, and they are right above where the Akkadians ruled.
Now time for the open letter.
Why is it called the cradle of civilization?
I got this one. It is called this because it was the first civilization. The Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians were the first inhabitants of this land, each contributing something to civilization.
What kind of contributions?
Well, the Sumerians developed the first written language. It started as simple pictographs, but later turned into a complex alphabet of symbols known as
Cuneiform.
Yes, thank you, John Black. They used cuneiforms to record their daily lives.
What was daily life like for the Mesopotamians?
Wow, long letter. Well, Mesopotamian society was split into social classes. There are the kings who ruled by what was later known as the Mandate of Heaven.
They were basically gods to those they ruled.
That's correct. Next was an upper class, which included the clergy and other government officials. Scribes, those who wrote the records, were also included in this class.
And who did the farm work?
That would be the free but poor farmers and the slaves.
And about the women?
They didn't have many rights, and they were restricted to their household. This contributed to the patriarchal tendencies of later societies.
And who did?
That's enough questions. Let's move on.
Now it's time for the thought bubble.
Hi, I'm Hammurabi. My code was one of the most important products of Mesopotamia. It was the first civil code ever created, the model for all the other codes like it. It had hundreds of laws that society had to live by, the first example of organized society, and I made it all.
Wow, a little arrogant, but okay. Let's move on.
Along with the development of written language and civil codes, there were many other important technological advances.
Yeah, they created the wheel, built complex irrigation systems, and developed the calendar.
Don't forget the use of iron tools in crafting and pottery.
As y'all can see, Mesopotamia is important to history, as it was, well, the start of history. This is John Teal,
John Blue,
John Red,
And John Black.
signing off. As always, thanks for watching.